Kayleigh McEnany is the co-host of Outnumbered and former White House press secretary, and she joins me now. Thank you for joining me today.
Good to join you, Ben.
So tell me a little bit about what you think of the left's efforts when it comes to diminishing the role of moms and dads within society and making child rearing something that modern professionals view as totally abhorrent and something that would ruin their lives.
Ben, what you just said was so important, so often not spoken, but a message that everyone needs to hear. It is a subtle attack by the left. You nailed it. You know, it goes back to a time when we all used to agree. President John F. Kennedy said children are messages to a time that we will not see. You know, I know that you are a new father. I'm a new mom. I was researching for this segment before I went up to wake my daughter, baby Blake, from a nap, and I was reading quotes from AOC. You mentioned her in your monologue, and she said, is it okay to have children in this day and age? She said that on an Instagram Live. Vox went on to pontificate whether it's ethical to have children amid a warming world. Climate change now used as a reason to not have children. Look, it's every woman and man's decision whether they want to make that decision to have a child. But if you have that desire in your heart, a few things come to mind besides global warming that are epidemics, a pandemic, a crime wave. But the left trying to now insert ethics, morality into the decision to have a child, a basic family unit. And you mentioned Black Lives Matter. Of course, they used to have on their website the family unit was something that they were challenging. You were spot on. It's a subtle message being expressed that's not often talked about.
You know, Kayleigh, the thing that is so jarring to me is that I hear from so many of my friends who are successful, who have the resources, who have the ability to have children, that they can't possibly think about bringing a child into this world. And then I think about all the things we've gone through in our history, you know, the children who came out of the Great Depression, the people who've changed the world over the years who've come at incredibly difficult times in the world. What would your message be to those who are concerned in this moment, you know, men and women who say, I look around at all the horrible things that are happening, how can I bring a child into this?
My message would be exactly what you said, which is that freedom is at risk. That Ronald Reagan said it best, freedom is one generation away from extinction. And that is why we bring children into this world, to carry on the message of the United States of America, of your family unit, of your faith, whatever that may be. Carry on the values that we hold dear. And also, there's the other component to this, Ben, and I saw it in the White House as press secretary, where children now are being put last. I had Dr. Scott Atlas come into my office, topple on my desk a stack of papers and say, here is the data that our children should be in schools. All of the science is there that shows that they're not transmitting COVID as readily. Why are we as a country putting our children last? What nation sacrifices their children as Western European countries are opening their schools and we are not, as child abuse cases are reporting rather is going down, cases in hospitals are going up. It's reported in schools and we're keeping our school doors shut. So there's the idea of having kids, and then there's the idea of protecting those kids on the other side.
We will look back, I believe, at this pandemic and those decisions where the rest of the world was able to find a way to get kids back into school, and we were not, as being an incredible failure of governance. Thank you, Kayleigh, for joining me tonight.
Thank you, Ben.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.